Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. Dialogue, talk, engagement, blah, blah, blah. The time for talk has come to an end, and it certainly appears that many people, even in the Vatican, have come to this same conclusion. You know, Vatican II was long on words about engaging with the world, but after 40 years, the Church is thin on results. The problem is very simple. Many people who enter into dialogue with the Church are actually hypocritical. Despite the lofty words, they're no more interested in understanding the Church and adopting to her teachings than the proverbial man in the moon. Quite frankly, they are evil people who use the Church's goodwill as a cover. Obama talking at Notre Dame about common ground on abortion is one big example. The other problem is this: too many Catholics in positions of leadership are too willing to believe the lies being shoveled in their direction. They accept what's being told to them. They give these people too much of a benefit of the doubt, only to find themselves burned later on. Church leaders are too willing to accept that the opposition are men of goodwill. They are too willing to accept that those who are in opposition to the Church are just misinformed. What they seem to overlook is that some people, many people, know exactly what the Church teaches and simply disagree with it and want the Church neutralized. Not everyone who shakes your hand is a partner in dialogue. A lot of damage has been done to the Church because of this approach to the Church's enemies. People inside and outside the Church are committed to the Church's destruction. They are, quite simply, the Church's mortal enemies. Despite how well-dressed they may be, and no matter how many flattering speeches they may give about how much they respect this work or that teaching of the Church, they are working behind the scenes to marginalize the faith. People inside the Church, like Sherry and Tony Blair, for example, they trot around the globe, even appear in Rome itself, saying they admire and love the Church on the one hand, while blasting its teaching on sexual morality on the other. Tony and Sherry Blair aren't stupid people. It isn't just a case of them not being taught the faith well. They simply don't agree with the teaching. John Kerry and Nancy Pelosi, they don't need a remedial catechism course. They know full well that abortion is murder. They just don't care what the Church teaches. Just like Ted Kennedy and now his son Patrick Kennedy simply don't care. But they all pretend to be in constant dialogue and discussion and engagement. They're all charlatans, pure and simple. As for those outside the faith, Obama is a prime example, of course. He knows exactly what he's doing when he supports homosexuality and embryonic stem cell research. He isn't interested in common ground. He believes these things are good and moral, and to hell with what the Church teaches. Sitting around dialoguing with the likes of these people just gives them exactly what they want: time to keep working behind the scenes while giving the appearance of seeking common ground. Stop talking with the enemy and get on with the business of saving souls. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.